Hi there guys, so there is some footage floating around online of Canelo showing Ryan Garcia how to perfect a perfect body shot to knock out his opponent. Now, his trainer also explained that Ryan Garcia maybe needs to tuck up, block a shot and then throw, catch counter they call it. So as soon as he feels that glove hit his waist, that's when he needs to throw the same punch straight back because the guard will no longer be up of his opponent, so he can easily land that shot. So to get through, Ryan Garcia is going to need to be catching shots on his gloves and on his elbows and then throwing the same shot straight back. And as I said, that means the opponent is not covering up and is unable to block the shot. Now also, why this is important and why it is a great shot and great tactic is because the opponent cannot see the shot coming, and it's always the shot you don't see coming in boxing that hurts you. Now, we all know that Canelo is a ferocious body puncher, and we believe that that is the reason why he will beat Sergey Kovalev, because Kovalev has always been weak to the body. Andre Ward shown the blueprint to beat Sergey Kovalev. It's take it to the body, and that is what we believe Canelo will do. But Canelo is not just a body puncher, he is a great boxer also. It's not just about having that technique and that one punch knockout. It's about also being able to set the punch up. If you watch how Canelo boxed Amir Khan was outboxing Canelo early on, but Canelo started to take over when he took it to Amir Khan's body, because Amir Khan was moving around the outside, expending a lot more energy than Canelo was. So Canelo started taking it to the body, and that slowed Amir Khan down a lot. Then he feinted with a shot, threw a good shot over the top, and Amir Khan did not see it coming, and it put him away. So that is what Canelo is very good at, making sure the fight is fought on his terms. And that is what I believe he is teaching Ryan Garcia in this spar, because the two did go at it in a sparring session, and Ryan Garcia was holding his own. Mind you, there's not that much footage to go on. I will leave a link in the description so you can go over and have a look for yourselves. But you can see that Ryan Garcia is perfecting a technique similar to Canelo. Now obviously Ryan Garcia is a similar height to Canelo, but he's not got the same stocky build. Canelo seems to pack on pounds and pounds of muscle, and he has really filled out as his career has gone on. And Ryan Garcia has also started to fill out as his career has gone on since joining the team of Canelo. Canelo did say as he was walking past the camera, Ryan is getting much better. And obviously they share the same trainer, Eddie Reynoso. So ultimately they will be working in close quarters, and Canelo will take Ryan Garcia under his wing as he is now, showing him how to perfect those body shots. This is what Ryan Garcia has had to say about learning from Canelo. Learning from the best, Canelo showing me how to perfect my techniques. Always looking out for me. Thank you, champ. So clearly Ryan Garcia is gaining valuable and vital information from Canelo, and he could scarcely find better advice out there than Canelo Alvarez, because Canelo is a 3-weight world champion, possibly even a 4-weight champion come the end of the year, as he takes on Sergey Kovalev for the WBO light heavyweight title, and it is a tall order and a big ask for Canelo, but I believe that he can do it. I believe that Canelo will outbox Sergey Kovalev. Now, on the same day of November 2nd, when Canelo does fight Sergey Kovalev, Ryan Garcia will be given the co-feature spot, as he will be fighting Filipino Romero Duno, who is 21-1 with 16 knockouts. So this will represent a step up in class for Ryan Garcia, and I would imagine that Canelo will be right behind him, giving him any advice he needs going into this. Now, let's remember, Ryan Garcia is only 21 years old, and I imagine he will climb through the weight ranks. He has already bulked up since joining Team Canelo. You can see that just in his transformation pictures. So ultimately Ryan Garcia is going to be a multiple weight world champion if he is at that level, because yes, he has some good wins, he has a good knockout ratio, but he's never really been tested at that top level. So we will only find out when he goes in there with a top quality operator. We will see exactly what Ryan Garcia is made of. Now, obviously, fighters do gain weight as they go on. As they get older, they fill out into the weight division, and ultimately, they have to move up. It's often fighters don't live the life in between camp. That is the reason why they must move up. Kell Brook is a prime example. He has not lived the life in between camps. That is why he is struggling now to make 147, his natural weight division. Now, he's thinking perhaps he might have to move to 154, although the lucrative fights are at 147, the welterweight division. So ultimately, if that happens, if they are not disciplined in between fight camps, then they will have to go through the weight divisions because of that. Whereas, where Ryan Garcia is only 21 years old, he is going to fill out a little bit more, and he will gain more muscle as he continues to train. And as I said previously, I think you will all agree that Canelo is one muscle-bound guy. I mean, he does carry a lot of muscle and not an ounce of fat. So all of what he has put on in his career has been lean muscle. And I believe this is purely down to Canelo doing a lot of explosive movements. And that is what Ryan Garcia, I believe, is doing at the moment. A lot of explosive movements and lower rep range. And when you go for a higher weight, lower rep range, that means the muscle must gain more muscle fibers in order to cope with the new load that you are putting it under. So ultimately, your body will have to grow and fill out as you lift heavier weights. And I'm not saying that Ryan Garcia is trying to bulk up at all, far from it. But I believe he is doing a lot more explosive movements, much as Canelo has always done. That is the reason why Canelo has gained so much lean muscle over the years. And it will be interesting to see if Ryan Garcia can carry his power to world level, because it's easy for him, or not easy, but easier for him to knock out fighters who are at that journeyman level or fringe world level. It's just whether when he gets to world level, if he carries that power with him, because obviously fighters will be riding shots a lot better, and they will be used to taking the power shots from fighters like Ryan Garcia, people who think they can just go in there and knock them out, when experience will come into it. Because Ryan Garcia will need to be setting his punches up a lot better when he gets to that world level. Instead of just leaping in and trying to knock his opponents out, that won't work at world level. He needs to make sure he is setting his punches up and everything comes off of the jab. I mean, you can't imagine Ryan Garcia going in there with the likes of Richard Commey or Vasyl Lomachenko and just going for the knockout. He needs to box with them, and maybe not even box with Vasyl Lomachenko, because I don't think anyone can really do that. He is the Matrix by name and by nature. So going in there with Lomachenko, the only thing I believe he can do is just go to the body and rough him up, just like Salido did, but make sure he keeps his punches up and legal, because Salido was dropping those punches way below the belt line at times, and some of those punches were definitely illegal. So he won't be able to get away with that, and I don't believe he'll even want to. So going in there with someone like Richard Commey or Lomachenko, obviously I believe that Commey is the better choice for Ryan Garcia, if he is still champion by then, because Vasyl Lomachenko is trying to become undisputed champion, so he will be looking for that Richard Commey fight. So Ryan Garcia could have to face Lomachenko. That is, of course, if Lomachenko does not vacate his undisputed titles and move back down in weight. But you would have to believe that Ryan Garcia is targeting a fight with Lomachenko. Now, obviously, there are so many other fighters in that lightweight division. You have Luke Campbell from Britain, and you have Devin Haney also, and that's just to name a few. And at this stage, I believe that Luke Campbell would be a favourite going into that fight if he were to face Ryan Garcia. Devin Haney, I mean, they're both young. Devin Haney 20 years old, Ryan Garcia is 21. They are very young in the sport, and they are both novices at this stage. So that fight would be a real pick'em, because neither of them have all that much experience at world level. So that fight could go either way. And they both can punch, so what a fight that would be. That would be an incredible fight. And I don't think either of them would come off worse out of that fight, as long as they give a good account of themselves. The loser can always come back. I mean, it's a natural fight that will happen down the line, hopefully, provided they both stay in the lightweight division. Because, as I said, Ryan Garcia will move through the weight classes. And you'd have to say Devin Haney will do also, because he's big at the weight as well. But, as I said, considering their age, I wouldn't imagine they would be looking to move up anytime soon, especially before getting a world title fight in that lightweight division. Seriously, in that division, we are not short of competition for these young fighters coming through. Now, some of them won't make it, but some of them, like Ryan Garcia, like Devin Haney, are definitely showing great promise in that division. And you can guarantee that they will move up the weight classes as they move towards world level and start to fill out, and soon they won't be making the lightweight division, they will be moving up, and maybe they'll meet at the lightweight division, Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, and maybe there could be a rematch down the line in the higher weight classes. I mean, at this stage, boxing is dependent on its young stars like Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, and all of them coming through, because we have big names leaving the sport, and over the past 18 months, there has been a shift. A lot of big names have left the sport behind, and these younger fighters are coming through and filling the spaces of the pay-per-view stars. Guys, what are your thoughts on this? Ryan Garcia taking advice from Canelo Alvarez, and Canelo taking Ryan Garcia under his wing, and the subtle differences between Ryan Garcia now that he has joined up with Team Canelo. And do you believe the fight between Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney will ever happen? And who are you picking to win? I know that's a lot to write in the comments, but go ahead. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. Please like this video and subscribe if you are new. Thanks guys.